Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we are really digging into something vital, something often maybe pushed to the side a bit. Christian fellowship, connection. We're going deep into why trying to be a lone wolf Christian isn't just hard, but actually goes against, well, God's whole design.
Yeah, and the sources we're working with today are pretty unique, giving us this really rich perspective. We've got these personal stories, almost like testimonials, from our recent fireside chat.
Right.
Real people, real struggles, real hope.
Right.
And then we've paired that with notes from a, let's say, more structured discipleship guide that focuses on the theological bedrock of community.
So our goal here, our mission, is to take these different angles and really synthesize why this intentional connection is, frankly, non-negotiable for spiritual survival. We want to show you how these connections go way beyond just, coffee after service, how they deliver actual, tangible hope and turn what we know in our heads into ministry and action.
And what's striking right off the bat is how both the stories and the study notes land on the same exact point. God set up connection as fundamental. It's not an elective.
Not an optional extra.
No, it's baked into the system. And understanding the risks if we ignore it. Well, that's really where we have to start.
Okay, so let's unpack that foundation. The discipleship notes point us straight to Genesis chapter 2, verse 18, the big one. It is not good that man should be alone.
Exactly. And think about the timing here. This is before the fall, before sin. The Creator himself looks at Adam's solitude and says, basically, something's missing. This isn't right. Now, the immediate context is creating Eve, yes, marriage. But the principle resonates much wider. That state of being alone, completely independent, spiritually, emotionally. The design itself flags it as, well, not good, defective almost.
And the testimonies we looked at really highlight the cost of ignoring that. They talk pretty bluntly about the danger of that lone wolf path, saying when we're alone, we're just more vulnerable because, quote, the enemy plays with our heads.
It makes perfect sense, doesn't it? It's like being without a spiritual mirror, or maybe a sounding board. Isolation lets insecurities fester.
Right.
You start hearing that internal monologue, oh, this is too much, or nobody else feels this doubt. Nobody else is grieving like this. And with no outside voice, no shared experience to counter it, well, that's when oppression can creep in.
So fellowship isn't just like nice moral support.
No, it's much deeper. It's cognitive reinforcement. It's spiritual defense, really.
Wow. Okay. And the solution back in Genesis 2, verses 20 to 22, was that Adam needed someone comparable. How does that translate beyond marriage into general fellowship?
Well, that word comparable, it suggests needing somebody who can truly relate, someone on your wavelength, Adam had animals, but they weren't comparable. He couldn't truly connect. For us, it means finding fellow believers who get it. Maybe they understand the pressures of your job or raising kids or dealing with loss or whatever it is. But here's the insight from the notes. Finding that connection, that comparable soul, it takes effort. It means stepping outside your comfort zone.
Vulnerability.
Exactly. You have to risk being seen, being known. You won't find it just hoping someone notices you in the back row.
Which means, it's on us. We have to initiate. It doesn't just happen by osmosis in a church building.
Precisely. If you stay closed off, you're still isolated, no matter how many people are around you.
Okay, so this is where the theology really hits the road, right? Where we see the power in real lives, these conference stories. Something else.
Sister Diane's story seems simple, but speaks volumes.
It really does, because she did that hard thing. She was vulnerable. She deliberately changed her routine, moved from her usual comfortable seat to sit with strangers.
Just that simple move.
Yeah. And that physical act opened something up spiritually. She talked about feeling blessed by what people near her said, and then she found herself just praying with these folks she didn't even know. Proximity created ministry. Wow. Then there's that incredibly poignant connection between Sister Key and Nicole. Just hearing about it.
It's so specific, isn't it?
Yeah.
Both had lost loved ones to dementia.
And both were out of work at the same time.
Right. That level of shared specific burden, it creates this immediate, almost shocking sense of validation.
Yeah.
Sister Kay said, she prays all the time, but seeing Nicole, knowing she wasn't the only one walking that exact path, she called it tangible hope.
Tangible, that's the word.
It really is. It's like the difference between reading about water and actually getting a drink when you're thirsty. Seeing someone else endure your specific struggle, it confirms you're not alone. And maybe, just maybe, you can make it through too. It literally felt like a weight lifting.
That theme of confirmation, it pops up again with Sister Jessica, but in a different context, confirming God's direction.
Yes. This is fascinating. Jessica felt led, almost an act of obedience, she said, to reach out to a woman she didn't know at the conference. And this stranger starts talking, totally unprompted, about learning so much from a particular discipleship program. And guess what?
The exact one Jessica was praying about.
The exact one. That immediate confirmation, delivered through fellowship, just shows how God can use these connections to guide us, answer those quiet prayers.
That's incredible. And I have to say, I appreciated the honesty in Sister Ernestine's story. She just straight up admitted she went to the conference for herself.
Right. Ernest's thing, she called it. Just wanted a nice service, her coffee, some me time.
We've all been there.
Totally. But that's what makes her story so powerful. She felt convicted right then and there that she wasn't there for herself. She was on assignment to encourage younger women.
Wow.
And boom, almost immediately, a young woman comes up to her crying, burdened, needing comfort. Ernestine had to ditch her whole plan for relaxation and step into ministry.
It really drives home that fellowship isn't just about receiving. It's about being available even when it's inconvenient.
Exactly. It pulls you out of that self-focus and into service.
So pulling these stories together, it's clear fellowship means way more than just attending a service. It's active, it's engagement, availability.
Absolutely. And if you look at the early church blueprint, Acts 2.42, it's spelled out. The believers were devoted to 4 things: doctrine, breaking bread, prayers, and fellowship.
And it wasn't just a Sunday thing.
No way. Routinely. From house to house, it says. Biblical fellowship is deep, consistent connection, not just surface-level hellos.
And this kind of connection, it offers real spiritual benefits. People talked about feeling grounded.
Yeah, Sister Z said it keeps her grounded on that solid foundation, which makes sense, right? It's hard to keep your spiritual fire lit all by yourself. Fellowship means having others who are, like, fanning the flames, reminding you of truth when you're feeling shaky or worn down.
I also love Sister Rita's description, how it felt physically. She said she's independent, carries a lot.
Yeah.
But being with other believers, she felt lighter, could actually drop my shoulders.
That's the psychological reality of shared burdens, isn't it? Realizing you're not carrying it all alone. People are praying for you, checking in. It offers genuine relief.
Yeah.
Permission to exhale.
Yeah. And this isn't just a Western thing or a U.S. thing. The sources brought in that global view, too.
Right. Hiroshi from Japan, where Christians are, what, maybe 1% of the population?
Tiny minority.
His words were stark. We need each other.
Yeah.
It becomes even more critical when the surrounding culture is indifferent or even hostile to your faith.
And accountability came up, too. Samuel mentioned that.
Yes, from Colorado. He said fellowship helps them hold each other accountable because the world pulls against us. So connection is comfort, yes, but it's also this vital defense, a necessary check and balance.
Which brings us to the actual command to assemble and why. And the focus really shifts here, doesn't it? It's about giving, not just getting. It's how the body is designed to work.
Exactly. 1 Corinthians 12.18 is key here. God places each member in the body just as he pleased. He arranges us. So if we accept that placement, we have to accept we're connected for a reason, to give and to receive. If you're only ever on the receiving end, you're actually hindering the body's function.
It's not a spiritual supermarket where you just fill your cart.
Not all. It's an organism. The source material used a really vivid, maybe slightly jarring analogy.
I remember that one. About the finger.
Yeah. If my finger only want to be stroked and my finger don't never want to wash my face, what good is my finger?
All right. It challenges that whole consumer mindset we can sometimes bring to church.
Totally. If we only show up wanting our needs met, our spiritual nails done, like the source said, without ever using our gifts to pour back out, the whole body is handicapped. We need to shift from, what did I get today, to, how did I strengthen someone else?
And Hebrews 10, verses 24 and 25, hits this directly. It's a command, isn't it?
It is a command to consider one another. Why? To stir up love and good works.
The focus is outward.
Completely outward. How do I help you grow? How do we mutually encourage each other, forsaking that assembly, refusing to connect? It's not just missing out. It's actively disobeying the call to build each other up.
We're meant to be conduits, not stop signs.
Perfect way to put it. The knowledge, the testimony, the encouragement we receive, it's meant to flow through us to others. That's how discipleship works, how the kingdom advances against darkness.
Okay, but here's a tension that came up. The sources note, rightly, that Jesus himself often pulled away, stuck away, to be alone with the Father for restoration. So if assembly is commanded and ministry is needed, how do we balance that with the very real need for solitude and recharging, especially if we're supposed to be ready to minister?
That's the critical balance, isn't it? It's the rhythm. You can't pour from an empty cup. That solitude isn't selfish. It's essential refueling. It's where we clarify our purpose, hear God's voice clearly, so that when we do connect and minister, we're offering something substantial, not just running on fumes.
So they serve each other. Solitude equips us for fellowship.
And fellowship keeps us from becoming isolated and ensures our service is connected to the body's needs. It's not either, it's both hand.
That makes sense. And crucially, the sources remind us that this intentional fellowship doesn't need to be some huge, complicated event.
Not at all. Please, no added stress. The examples were so simple. Meet for coffee, tea, Panera, Starbucks, whatever.
Grab dinner, take a walk.
Yeah, or even that picnic idea from the COVID era. Everyone brings their own lunch.
Yeah.
The point is the intentionality, making the effort to connect, to be available. That simple step is the ministry sometimes. #tag outro.
Well, this has been a truly insightful deep dive, moving from that foundational not good to be alone to seeing hope become tangible through shared burdens and landing on this command to assemble, to give, to serve.
Yeah, just to quickly recap, we saw that intentional fellowship meets a core human need God designed in us. It provides real, concrete hope when we see others walking similar paths. And fundamentally, it's obeying a divine command that's crucial for our own spiritual growth, our resilience, and our ability to actually do ministry in the world.
It's clearly required, and yet, as we discussed, that need for restorative solitude is also vital, especially for those pouring out, ministering to others who are hurting, because the sources remind us, even in God's house, there are lost and hurting souls.
Absolutely.
So that leads us to our final provocative thought for you, our listener, to take away and really consider. How do you personally ensure you are balancing that necessary time of restorative solitude with the intentional effort required to actively seek out fellowship, participate in it, and truly be ready to minister when God puts that assignment in front of you?